Hello everybody, this is Robert Bodden with WrungNeck Decoy. We're going to do another segment here showing you a couple of tips about how to rig the WrungNeck Decoy. So we wanted to talk a little bit about how we got to this point on the keel system on the head. And you can see the keel system is notched, and then it's got a hole drilled through the center of that piece right there. And so the idea was a big problem. How was I going to get an upright piece like that to float and stay upright in the water? And so basically that was the problem we were dealing with. So we figured out that if we could cut the keel into that shape, drill it through, we could take a 1/4 inch bullet weight. That's a common item that you find in your fishing department, and you'd cut a 24-inch length of this weight, thread it through the keel, and then curl up your excess weight in the back, and just have a little bit coming through the front to bend off to secure in front. So not a bad idea and solution to that problem, because once you have this into place, since you can bend this weight, once you put it in the water, if you felt like your head was listing to one side or the other, you could just quickly bend your weight, manipulate your weight to straighten that out. Okay? So the other thing that was a benefit that really was kind of something that was an afterthought that we really didn't think about was the way you want your head to ride in the water. So if it was a forward-leaning preen like that, we know that when it would come around, it would be more in a preening position. And so there's some in the rig that you'd want to bend your weight forward and have that head have that nice relaxed float to it. But then if you wanted to make it more alert, you could bend that weight back and have that decoy ride more upright in the head. So that's how you do that. So I've shown this on a couple of other videos on how to do that, but I just thought, you know, I didn't focus much on the body, and so there may have been some questions on, well, how do you do that with the body? Because I can see you have the same type of keel system on the body, and it's drilled through the front too. So we didn't know really how this body was going to ride in the water, because we were using it more as a harness to keep the head from floating away on you. So we just thought, well, maybe we better stick to this keel system, and then we have the ability to add or take away weight. So what I wanted to show you is you need about a 10.5 inch length of weight to thread through. And then what you have is these port areas where I've got this weight to the back on this decoy, but I could take that weight, unclip it, and put it towards the front and have the decoy ride a little bit different than the others. And the other aspect is, well, if I want more weight on that, I could just stick with the 1/4 inch weight that I have here. But other people would say, no, I think that's heavy enough of a decoy for me. I want to save a little bit of money, so I'll go the 3/16 lighter weight, and that'll work just perfectly fine on this. So the body, the other thing, you'll have a port here that's just open on the end, and if you get into really rough waves where you think that this body's going to ride up more than what you want, and you want to weight it, just sink this body, let the water run into there as much as you want, and you're not going to sink this body at all. And then when you pick it up, it's just going to drain out. So that's kind of the structure of the body. So just thought I'd go through a couple of weight tips, and you know, I just keep thinking of little areas that sometimes I think, oh wow, that's I didn't need to spend too much time or answer that, but every time I go along, I think maybe I ought to point that out. So that's just a rigging tip that you can use on your keel system on the WrungNeck decoy. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you.